Mr. Franks, for what reason do you rise, sir? Point of personal privilege, if I may, Mr. Speaker. Please proceed. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I know we were whipping through bills today and went to second readings, but it doesn't seem like we're accomplishing a whole lot right now. About 12 days ago, we talked about proposing a committee of the whole to address our state's massive pension crisis. We called for a suspension of all other business before the General Assembly until we address the underfunding of our pension system. And I believe that many in this body agree with us. So we can get back to our other business. But I again respectfully ask that we call to order a special session of the legislature dealing solely with the pension issue. Well, I envision as a committee of the whole where we bring in constitutional experts, actuaries, and stakeholders to hammer out a deal that passes constitutional muster and ensures the long-term solvency of our pension trust funds. And each day that we do not act on pension reform costs taxpayers an additional $17 million. Each and every day, $17 million is lost. Now, in the 12 days since we proposed the committee of the whole, we have accumulated $204 million more in debt in a pension system that we all know is unsustainable. In his budget address, the governor proposed cutting $370 million from state funding to primary and secondary education. I think that's unconscionable when in a span of less than 2 weeks, we have increased our state's debt by more than half of the amount to finance a failing pension system. If we had solved the pension issue, there would be no need to cut education at all. To put this in even more stark relief, at $17 million a day, 3 weeks worth of pension system debt could have balanced our governor's cuts to our children's schools. We must fix this pension issue now. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. Now, Governor Quinn needs to lead on this. Drawing a cartoon snake is not leadership, and throwing your hands in the air and saying there's nothing I can do about it is leadership. The elephant in this room is our pension crisis. The governor at least acknowledged this in his budget address, but inexplicably still refuses to act. I asked upon the governor to call a special session immediately that's solely focused on pension reform, and I ask that you join me in that request. Mr. Boston.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise in support of the gentleman's statement. Ladies and gentlemen, every day, listen to the cost he just gave. We should actually be hearing a cash register go cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And that's our children that we're throwing on the bus. That's our Navy that we're throwing under the bus. Ladies and gentlemen, we did ask for the meeting of the whole, the committee of the whole. We asked for it. We pled for it. We're in agreement with the gentleman. And we would rise in support of that. We felt it should have been dealt with a long time ago. So I stand in support of the gentleman's statement.